Well, welcome back to another episode. We are back with both of us finally on Two Guys One
I'm back,
Gamepad.
bitches.
So now you don't have to deal with just me. We have Roggle, which means it doesn't sound like I'm just talking to myself anymore.
It always sounds like that, though.
Yeah,
Regardless if I'm here or not.
yeah, that's true. I do hold
I'm
out.
here. I appreciate you carrying the weight on your back and keeping us afloat. I apologize for my absence.
I always
Life
carry this thing on my
happens.
back.
Stuff happens. You shut your damn mouth. Why'd I come back?
You're a masochist, a sadist, whatever.
Something. And for our few fans, I had one fan asking if everything was good. Everything's good. To the one person that asked.
Because you weren't here for like a week.
Well, you know, shit happens.
Yeah.
Life happens. Shit happens. You know, it is what it is. But
I did say on like 2 episodes ago that regardless of what happens, and we made this very clear numerous times on multiple episodes, that our personal life, our family life, our kids, our wives, and everything always comes first. So, but we are very accommodating, and thankfully, I had shit I could talk to about myself, and I didn't need you for at least one of them.
I'm glad I could. I'm glad you did it. I'm proud of you.
I don't
made me
need your
proud.
recognition. I don't need your support.
You're gonna get
You're
it.
not my daddy.
I'm proud of you. Stop it.
Don't make me cry.
Oh shit.
Anyways, this was scheduled for last week, and clearly you skipped town on this. So
I did.
So we're gonna do it this week, and this week or this episode, because we do 2 episodes a week now. This episode, we're gonna do save and erase, and it's video game edition because we don't do enough of those as a video game podcast.
He said save and erase, not save and erase.
Just want to save.
Just want to clarify.
Erase. Look, I've had a very traumatic day today. I lost a lot of my hair. Okay.
When you get a haircut, that's different. That's not a traumatic experience. It's not falling out of your head. It's getting cut off.
He took like half my beard off.
Well, I don't know what that feels like. So okay.
You're bald as a naked mole rat.
I don't feel for you at all.
That's rude. You were just proud of me a moment ago. Now you don't feel for me.
That means I'm back to normal. That's where we're back to how things were. Right back to it. We're good.
Just a moment of weakness. That's all that was.
Nothing changes.
So for anybody who's listening and hasn't
turned us off yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you haven't heard of this, it's not really a trend, but it has started going around with more of like actors and celebrities or movies and TV shows or music, where basically that you pit 2 things against each other. You have to choose to save one, and the other one gets erased from history as though it's never existed. Very easy concept. Save and erase. Not much to that premise at all. It's just, yep. Glad everyone's on the same page. Let's get into it. We're gonna do video game edition. Roggle gave me 10 of his random ass video games.
I did it this time. I made a list this time.
Technically, he did it very last moment. He gave it to me last Tuesday, about 3 hours before the podcast, and then 30 minutes before the podcast, he goes, "Hey, shit popped up. I can't attend." I went, "All right." So, neither here nor there.
Don't cause your issue. The fact was that I did it. That was the point. Shit, it was. It was like 2:30. It's like 5 hours before.
Whatever. I need it before 5. That's 3 hours before.
You got it before 5.
Close of business.
You got it an hour and a half before.
2:30 is more. We're not getting to math with you. It's okay. It's okay. Okay. You're not smart. You're Army. I have to keep reminding myself of that. IQ's very low. pull and shoot. That's all you need to know how to do.
What are we talking about today?
Yeah. So we're gonna pit these 10 video games against each other, 2 at a time, and collectively we're gonna have to choose to save one and erase the other one from history. Collectively, we have to agree. And see on your list, there's a few of them that I don't think I'll win. And I'm okay with that. And then there's a lot on mine that you're just gonna be pissed off that they're all mine. Even though you have
Really?
a lot of Nintendo games on yours.
Mm-hmm.
So for somebody who hates Nintendo, he gives me
I
so
don't
much
hate
shit.
Nintendo. I hate Nintendo trivia because you're a fucking nerd when it comes to it.
Tomato, same damn thing.
No, not at all. Like
Absolutely.
Nintendo's probably one of my favorite consoles, but like,
That's interesting because I have one Nintendo game on my entire
really,
list.
no, like it's one of my
Well,
favorite.
I
Like
guess
it's,
technically too.
I could probably sit and play because we have one of the old ones, or I guess the remade one, and I have the old one. But yeah, I could play those games all day. I enjoy them.
Yet he knows nothing of their heritage.
I don't have to know the fucking background of what nerd janitor fucking made it to play it.
He wasn't a nerd. Okay.
How do you know? Did you know the guy?
I have read about the guy.
Of course you have.
I've read about the guy.
Let's move on before we fucking get this shit.
We can't be canceled. I've said worse shit. You said worse
Before I
shit.
start yelling already.
Fair enough. So let's get into it. Save or cancel. Collectively agree. Do you understand the rules? I'm glad your army brain can comprehend the rules of which I set in front of you. Let's get into this. We're going to start from the bottom up. How they were sent to me. I know that's the reverse on how we read. Don't worry. It's okay. You're not having to read this. I am. It's fine.
I'm not giving you another fucking TikTok of the left, right, up, down shit.
It's okay. He's learning. He's learning. But we do have to remind him how to read from time to time. It just happens. Anyways, the first pair off is going to be the Resident Evil series versus your Jurassic Park Sega Edition, which needs to be erased.
It's
which one needs to be saved.
It's a very heavy-sided.
Okay, I'll make it easier. Resident Evil 4, the original Resident Evil 4, not this remaster shit that's getting ready to come out. The original Resident Evil 4, which has also been named, I believe, like the number one Resident Evils in the series. So, Resident Evil 4 against Jurassic Park Sega Edition. I can tell you from someone who's played the Jurassic Park Sega Edition, that game fucking sucked.
Did it suck or was it too difficult to beat?
At my age, it was a little bit of both.
The game was fun as hell.
Oh, yeah, as an
it
adult,
also was very frustrating.
It was fun. As a child, I learned a lot of swear words.
It was great until you got to the water raft. Our game was water. So I don't know what it is with water levels in me. I have a hard time with waterfall. You know, you're trying to go back and forth on the boat.
But I think it's that way with like a lot, because we'll see on a few of your games. Anything that had a water level, especially Sega, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, always like those games, those levers were so fucking hard. Every water level, whether it was Donkey Kong, whether it was Mario, whether it's Jurassic Park, Ninja Turtles, anything, Kirby, all the water levels sucked ass.
So I think I'm okay with letting Jurassic Park die.
Good, me too.
Or become extinct.
Nope, not letting you have the dad joke. I refuse.
I'm not going to fight that one because I think that one can go either way. But I think Jurassic Park can go.
I mean, Jurassic Park was a fun game. Pissed me off. I hated it. It's kind of like you in another game. Just did not like it. Did not see eye to eye with it. Majority of the time, it pissed me off. So, but yeah, I will agree with you. Jurassic Park is gonna go extinct. What did I took your joke.
Can't take my joke when I already did it.
I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Nope, 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 nope. Not
People
happening.
love me.
I've gone 1 week and we can't fit your head inside the fucking frame anymore.
Neither here nor there.
There we go.
Anyways, this one I think will kind of be maybe easy. I think I know which way you're gonna swing. Kind of like a hooker on Sunday. I think I know which way you're gonna swing.
Counterclockwise.
Whatever floats your boat, man. Golden Axe from, I believe it was Nintendo, Sega.
That's Sega.
Yeah, got a Nintendo release on Nintendo or Switch. There we go. Anyways, Golden Axe Sega Edition versus the Wii U Tennis or Wii Tennis. Sorry, Wii Tennis.
Wii Tennis. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a difference. The Wii U games were not
Yes.
that great. You were not swinging that tablet to play tennis.
Man. Damn. Golden Axe is such a great game. It was one of the first times I remember being able to select different characters like that between the dwarf with the axe, the Hercules style character, and then
Man, that was
the Sonya.
Let's just be real.
The Sonya. That was like Conan, and then like the Sonya style character as well. But oh.
So what we're saying is a game that made you sit down and play, or a game that you had to kind of work out.
That was the fun. Like, okay, I think I enjoyed Wii Tennis a lot more just for the mere fact that you could have multiple people doing it. It was, you interactive either against the computer or another player, and it got very competitive. And the shit talking really, really enhanced when you're right next to each other, along with the pushing and shoving. Yes, and it was a great game for. Like we loved playing it with the kids and having people over playing it. And I'm gonna say Golden Axe can die. I think is where I'm at right now.
That's where we're gonna go, honestly.
But man, I do love Golden Axe. That is a great game though. But I will go with Wii. It is a pretty old school game. And I will go with Wii Tennis.
Wii Tennis is also one of those, like, I remember it being, quote, a revolutionary game because it was one of the first lineups within the Wii system where you had to use the nunchucks and actively swing. And of course, you could sit on the couch and just, lobby it back and forth. Yeah. It wasn't as much fun if you stood up. The funniest part, though, was depending upon how big your living room size was, even if you had two people, you were going to hit somebody. Somebody had to play the back and somebody had to play the front. And you didn't want to play the front of the room because you couldn't swing all the way through because you may have hit the TV. And then you also may hit somebody behind you, too.
Or the person in the back goes to overhand it and hits you in the back of the head.
Yeah, that too.
I've seen it happen many times.
It may have been intentionally, but But it's also one of the few times I remember the wrist straps being a big issue. That people were swinging to go swing the racket, and the wrist strap wasn't properly on, or wasn't even on at all, and just slid out of their hand. And so many, I remember reading so many reports back then of Nintendo coming out and say, please make sure you wear the wrist straps. We're not responsible for you breaking your TV, damaging your walls, damaging your senses, because people were legitimately fucking throwing that shit. And I've seen TVs broken with it. I saw one of my friends growing up had a huge dent in his wall because he refused to wear the wrist strap, and that damn thing would come out of his hand at least like once or twice a day, and he had just a hole in his wall at one point because he was making smaller holes, and eventually that micro holes just grew to one big giant one. But loved it. So I will agree with you. As much as I love Golden Axe, can't be as even though you cannot beat a side scroller, Wii Tennis is more fun in my opinion. Multiplayer, of
Yes.
course. Which we did not mention on Resident Evil 4. You could multiplayer, and that shit was amazing. Are you trying to think if you could?
I don't remember it.
You play
That
it.
part.
I can tell you, as someone who played it and played it with his wife, you could. And if you played it with your wife, who's never played video games before, she was very scared about every little jump scare.
I did have good jump scares
Oh, it had
in
an
that one.
amazing jump scare. I mean,
Yeah.
all of them did.
Yeah, there were definitely some good ones there.
I don't know. I've talked about this game every fucking time outside of this podcast. Anybody mentions video games that we talk about, like what's the best, what's the greatest. I believe I mentioned it a few times on the podcast even. But Legend of Dragoons, which is PlayStation 1, versus Ninja Turtles NES. I don't know if you played Legend of Dragoons. Not very many people have, but those who have love this game. He's Googling it right now because he's
Yes,
not
I
sure.
am.
Just in case anybody's wondering, he's Googling it.
On PlayStation?
Yeah.
It was?
And in case you need to spell it, it's DRAGOONS.
Yeah.
Very popular game. It's been one of the most requested games to be remastered, remade, and just redid in general.
Really? It's supposed to come on PS5.
Yep, sure it is. They said the same thing about PS4 and the same thing about PS3.
Oh, okay. I have no
Also,
idea.
the PC release announcement, I think last year. So, till it comes out, I don't believe it.
Is this like a turnstile game?
Yeah.
It can die.
No,
It can die. It can die. No, it can die. No, one of the most hated games in my life can gladly stay alive over this turnstile game. Don't even. I can't stand turnstile games. I can't stand them at all. Like looking at the screenshots, it just make me mad. Right now, I can't stand turnstile games.
I'm not. Other than this game, other than Legends of Dragoons, I think that's probably what ruined it for me. Is with how well Legends of Dragoons actually was compared to even like Final Fantasy. It flowed a lot better, and it had like if you play Final Fantasy, you have time to manipulate your moves, to pick your choices and everything. You didn't get that luxury with Dragoons. You had like I think maybe 5 seconds at most, and you had to be really good, really quick about. Oh, I want to do this power, or basic attack. You had to save up and queue up your special, wherever it was, to allow you to transform into a Dragoon. And there was just so much you could do with it. And it was a fast paced game, even though it was turn based.
Is this pre Final Fantasy?
No, Final
Or
Fantasy
same
was
around the
already
same time?
out.
Okay. So what did this progress into? Anything? Or is it just this
No,
game?
that was it. It ended
So-
on one like a massive fucking cliffhanger where your main character, like you guys beat the in game boss, but another entity showed up, and that was it. Like you were set to go on a path to defeat this bigger and more evil person who could do more shit basically with his dragoon phase, and you were trying to master becoming able to switch whenever you want. And it just left on this big fucking cliffhanger that you're like, well, damn, what happened to the second one? And nothing ever came out of it. It just died. It's a very popular game.
So that's where I have the hard time. If it didn't progress anything, because look at Ninja Turtles. If you kill Ninja Turtles, that doesn't progress into the multiple arcade games, the
Good.
big ass collection of Cowabunga
Good.
that we got. That was great. All the arcade games that they had were
Good.
great.
Who the fuck goes to arcade anymore?
A lot of people.
Name me 5 real people.
5 people. Bob, Tim, Harry, Jim, Larry.
Bullshit. Those are all white names. I don't believe that shit.
That means they're all there. They're getting out of their mom's
That's all
basement and they're
white
all
old
going.
people. They're not leaving their mom's basement. Their mom's basement's too damn comfy for them. Don't you play that shit.
There's no way. There's the progression that Ninja Turtles had, and this game was a one and done.
The
There's
studio
way
got shut
more
down
of
by
a.
Sony.
Well, that's their fault for not being able to back a longer story arc and everything else.
They had it.
Not
They got
good
screwed
enough.
over. They got screwed over. This should
They
be
got
the first
screwed
time
over.
at Sony. I should never got Sony.
I think this one needs to just stay dead.
I will let you have it, but I am going to make you get rid of one of yours, regardless. You're wrong in this. Nobody wants another Ninja Turtle game. Nobody. Not even you, because you bitch and complain about the Ninja Turtle game.
Well, no, I would gladly play another Ninja Turtle game. If they were how,
water level always fucking kills me.
well, that's because it always fucking kills me.
No
That's
one
why I
wants
get
to
mad
fucking
about
play
it.
this game anymore.
I still play it.
I'm gonna
played
live
it.
stream it when it comes out, and he never live stream it.
I haven't streamed in I don't know how many months.
Point exactly.
That's not just because of that game. It's just I haven't streamed. Period. My streaming has fallen off drastically. It will
Like your
hopefully start up again, but it's still there.
I've been saying that for 6 months.
I think. But no, I would gladly play a Ninja Turtles game now if they were to do anything remotely close to like Ronin, that storyline, or
They won't.
anything else. And no, they probably won't. But
They won't.
something like that. Sure. Speaking of which, to get off subject a little bit, the trailer just came out for the new movie. Tell me you're not excited.
I'm not excited.
Tell me you're not
for it.
Are you
I'm not
fucking
excited
kidding me?
for it. I don't like it.
What do you not like about it?
One, the cast.
What's wrong with the cast? What? That they're actually played by teenage kids? Jackie Chan as Splinter?
Jackie Chan is the only redeemable quality of the entire cast.
The voice of Baxter Stockman is actually the guy that played Baxter Stockman.
Don't care. That doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care.
Did you not watch the cartoon growing up?
I did, but it's not as implanted in my head as much. Like, if Ninja Turtles ceased to exist, okay.
You
It was
hate
I will give
your
it the 80s. I do, but
okay, fair enough.
I'm not gonna argue that point.
All right.
Be a lie. But the 80s and early 90s edition of Ninja Turtles cartoon is the best. Everything after it is all shit. Especially this anime and wannabe anime cartoon style of Ninja Turtles is shit. And I don't care that even John Cena is voicing somebody. I don't like it. I don't like it. This is another one of those genres that has just been, not genre even, series that has just been shoved down the throat of everyone over the past 30 plus years now, and it doesn't get significantly better with all the CGI technology, all the advancements in technology we have, and they're still going with such a shitty fucking format of the movie, and it's all voice. Are you telling me at the point, like, what is it, 92, 94? The first live action Ninja Turtles came out? Virtual, very, very, very minimum CGI, if anything. I think it was all prop shot.
Mm-hmm.
And you're telling me in fucking 2023, we cannot do a proper live action of a Ninja Turtles movie. we have fucking CGI that is amazing. We see it with The Last of Us. We see it with Star Wars. We see it with Marvel. We see it even inside the shitty DCEU. We see it everywhere. And you're telling me we cannot make a proper live action TMNT? All this cartoon animation style is shit. We are beyond that now. Stop fanning to the freaking children of the 5 to 12-year-olds who honestly could give a shit about Ninja Turtles because they care more about Cocomelon and all this anime crap, and go to your actual roots and create a live action. They don't even have to wear suits. They don't have to wear suits. They can do CGI. They can do a green screen. They can do a bodysuit. Whatever. They don't have to wear the 100,000 plus pounds of giant turtle suit on them. But do a proper movie. Stop with the animation. We're beyond that. It's 2023. That's my 2 cents.
I don't think they could do a proper storyline with all the characters correctly in a live action.
Yes, they could.
Now the first one that when
How
it
can
came
you
out,
say they can't? How can you say they can't make one when we have fucking movie series, Marvel, Star Wars, that is so heavy CGI, and you're telling me we can't make a proper one when Rocket that Raccoon is a giant 6'4" beanpole of a man playing a 2-foot raccoon?
I don't think they look at
Bullshit.
the backing for it. Is my mean? I don't think they look at the backing for it because, like you said, there's a lot of people that probably don't want to see it. If they ever wanted to do it in any way, shape, or form, the best one they could do is the fan-made style of Ronin, where he's apologizing and then end up stabbing himself in the chest. That style could be great. Yes, it's not live action, but I think that would be good for it.
Some of the fan made ones look better than this.
And I think what they're feeding off of is
Fan-made.
the Spider-Man multiverse style animation that they're doing in the new one.
But don't even get me started on that one because I don't fucking like that animation style either. It works. I get it. I didn't like it. I don't give a shit what anybody says. But the animation style is.
I'm not a huge fan of it. It wasn't bad, but I wasn't a huge fan.
It was fitting a demographic that I am not a part of. That's ageist.
All right, now that we tangent off a little bit, what's our next one?
I knew it was going to happen. It was still relevant. Ninja Turtles versus.
Oh yeah. I just want to know how much you hated your childhood and what you thought about the new trailer. If you watched it, I take it you didn't watch it.
We don't have enough time for me to explain how much I hate my childhood.
I wasn't meaning your childhood. I was meaning the trailer.
I watched it and then I got sent it by 3 different people on TikTok. And I was like, "Did you see this? Did you see it?" It's like, I swear to God, one more person sees me in the goddamn trailer, I am going to deck punch somebody. That's gonna be whoever's closest to me. So somebody better apologize to my son.
I'll say don't hit your kids. Why?
On purpose.
You know why?
You understand when you're older. Oh my God.
Did you ever bring up the Ninja Turtles around me?
This one I think will be a little bit difficult. But I also don't think you're a fan of this series. But Modern Warfare 3 against the original Assassin's Creed trilogy. 1, 2, and 3. Or sorry, 1, 2, and technically Brotherhood would be the third one. I'm going to just go for this. I love Modern Warfare 3. Amazing game. I love Assassin's Creed more.
And I can agree. I've never played them. There are games that I have wanted to play very badly, but never broke down and got them. And I can fairly easily concede to that one and take Assassin's Creed just because of where they've gone, the popularity of them.
Which is weird because where they've gone has pissed people off.
I mean, it has to go somewhere. I mean, you're gonna piss people off regardless if you start to evolve it or change it in some
But
way.
that's the thing, like micro tangent, whatever you want to call it. Oh, the big thing with like Valhalla is people like, well, it's not really stealthy anymore. You don't have to worry about being sneaky or anything. True, but if you understand the the history of the game and like how it actually plays out and how they connect to each other, where they line up in the universe, Valhalla is like one of the earlier ones. Of course, you have Origins and you have Miram, which is coming out soon, and what's the other one? There's like three or four that take place of like Egypt, ancient Greece, um, and then ancient um, like Babylonian era. So it supersedes like everything. Valhalla takes place at your Norse, and you're of course Norse mythology. You're very brutal. You're very gung ho, go kill everything. Your raiders, your Vikings,
Hmm.
and you get not discovered, but somebody from England comes over and shows you their ways a little bit. You get suspicious. You follow them, and everybody's like, "Your guy's not sneaky." Yeah, your guy's also like 6'3", a fucking Viking carrying around an axe. He doesn't even use his hidden blades much of the time because he has this fucking axe that he can throw at you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tad bit different story. So yeah,
But it
I
it
get it.
all it all connects to a point where like, and that's what pisses people off because they can't look past that, and they think the way the series came out is how the series plays out. So they even like Origins got a bad rap, even though Origins in the timeline, you know, is the Origins.
Hmm.
Title says it all,
Yeah.
and it kind of gives you the biggest backstory of how the Assassin's Creed or Assassin's Brotherhood comes to be, and where their groundwork comes from. You see it evolve through the games. They did a Star Wars shit where you get the middle of the series basically, and then you get some content before it, and you get content after it, and people are too fucking stupid to take the time to be like, oh, this game takes place 300 years before where Ezio is.
Hmm.
So they can't understand. So it's like people who don't understand fucking Nintendo's trivia. It just blows my mind. See what I did there? Do you see? Do you
Bullshit.
see?
Not even related. Not even slightly related.
It's kind of
Not at
related.
all. Not even one bit.
But
Or shit.
Assassin's Creed went somewhere.
Yes.
Don't think you can say the same about Call of Duty.
Well, I mean, just they had other games, but they don't have a storyline like Assassin's Creed. They don't.
They
They
don't
don't follow
evolve.
a certain. No, no.
Well,
There's no real
they
involvement,
did.
and
Advanced Warfare did, and I got shit on so fucking hard.
that's because they didn't do like they went from modern to advanced, and they fucked it all up, and it was dumb.
Yeah, it's no
Um,
story arc.
but like, yeah, and that's what Assassin's Creed has, and the following it has, and I can definitely see that one over Modern Warfare 3. Which I mean, Modern Warfare 3, my favorite of all time. But yeah, I can go Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, if he says Ghost, I don't care what it's pit up against. I think Ghost is gonna win. Such a gem. All right.
So many people hate that game.
Very few people actually like that game. Surprisingly. All right. Speaking of Nintendo, I'm gonna expand yours because I know yours is actual series.
Mhm.
So to make this fair, Mario Kart series versus Dynasty Warrior series. Because the
Mm.
Dynasty Warrior
Oh,
series gets good
yes.
quick. Uh, I mean, granted, the first one's really good too. I
Hmm.
can't question that. I love it. But Mario Kart is a bloodbath that's been
So
around since Nintendo.
you have two games that expand but press right up against the box. Like They like we
Unless
evolve, but
Nintendo actually does what they keep rumoring at, bringing basically
oh, with
Mario
Smash
Kart, but with
Bros.
Smash Brothers effect.
Yeah.
But there,
Um,
I haven't seen it out yet.
I mean, Dynasty Warriors is just like the button smashing mass horde of people and teaming up with somebody playing the game. It's
But
like
Mario Kart destroyed
my hands
families.
hurt after playing. Yes, I mean, yeah, it did, it did. And that I think where Nintendo has it almost cornered in the fact of like ruining families and becoming
Family company. That's really weird. They keep ruining families.
a, a drunken game style competition
Yeah.
because Mario Kart, Wii Tennis, you know, those games are very easy to become very competitive. Dynasty Warriors is kind of one of those ones like, okay, you can sit with your buddies and play it, or you can sit by yourself and play it. I don't enjoy Mario Kart by myself. I ain't play it, but I'm not gonna enjoy it by myself as much as I talk shit to somebody next to me because they're, you know, a half a lap down and they keep hitting the wall. Talking shit like that.
You
It's
can
more
play
enjoyable.
against other people on Mario Kart 8.
Yes,
That's the
but
internet factor.
yes, there is that, and you can do it on Dynasty Warriors also, but it's just not as Dynasty Warriors doesn't have that appeal of competitiveness, obviously because you're on a team, but like Mario Kart does. So I Dynasty Warriors, I can see going. Mario Kart can't die. It's
It could, but
it's
you'd be wrong.
too nostalgic. Yeah, that's why it's not dying.
I mean, I find it so funny because we've now talked about two, technically three, but two major series within Nintendo, and it never seems to fail. Nintendo is very much a family-friendly company. Their games are designed and targeted towards a specific demographic under the age of 15. Even though the real demographic that plays it is like 20s and older.
Yes.
Older. So it's really funny because not only do they demographics are reversed, but also like how much carnage is caused between family members from games like Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, Mario Party, Mario Sports anything.
Mario Tennis gets very, very aggressive as well.
I think Mario Golf gets worse.
Mario Golf was fun. Very fun.
It's fun. I think they get worse because their power ups are a lot more devastating than Mario Tennis. So you have to wait your turn just to get smoked on your turn. At least in tennis, you know, well, I'm fucked now. You don't have to wait, it's just over. But
yeah.
Let's move on. This one is one of those like I can't. I won't be able to fight you if you pick the right one because I'll agree with it. But Mass Effect series, which is there's four of them, and then the Need for Speed Underground PS2 edition, not the new shit, because the new shit is just that shit. So
I went hard on Need for Speed Underground. That game was amazing. The controls on it were great.
perfect.
Everything about that game was awesome until they created the next game. That one, I think, is their best one they ever made. And Hot Pursuit was decent, but it's not Underground. Underground is just one that
I thought Hot Pursuit was trash. Like
it was. I love Underground.
Had it all.
That's the one that I think is probably one of their best ones, and will probably remain one of their best ones. I mean, Mass Effect is good, but I can't let I can't let that one go.
But look what it developed into afterwards.
I know, I understand that. I know. I'm hoping that they maybe just fire the guy that did everything else and they make it better. I don't know. I'm hoping they have something better coming
You would
out.
think after what 10, 15 years of just shit games that they'd be like, you know what? Let's just go back. Let's reformulate to what was very successful for us and what everybody loves. Let's listen to the buyers. Ew, because EA is involved in it. Anything EA has their hands in, they don't listen to shit.
No.
Last time they listened to anybody was when Disney threatened to shut them down completely after their Battlefield 2 fiasco. And for those of you who are not aware, did not read that headline. Battlefield 2 is Star Wars. And they wanted to unlock Darth Vader, you had to play like several hundreds of thousands of hours, or you can pay. This is where pay to play and pay to win became a huge issue. God, was it like $1,000 or something to get Darth Vader? Because you had to buy packs and you were still not guaranteed to get Darth
Oh
Vader.
yeah.
It was a huge, huge issue, and Disney slapped them in the ass and said, nope, get rid of it.
Wasn't that Battlefront? Not
Yeah,
Battlefield?
Battlefront. Sorry, Battlefront, not
Okay.
Battlefield.
So I
Both
was trying
shit
to
either way.
think. Uh,
Battlefront's a
yeah,
little bit.
definitely flopped. I mean, the Battlefront flopped. First one. I remember playing that one when it came out. I was like, "Oh, it looks cool," and no, it was horrible.
I got Battlefront 2 for free
Like everybody did.
twice. Got twice. Once through Steam for free, and the other one from Epic Play Store for free. And that one was like the Legendary Edition too. I got everything. Never played it even. I just downloaded it.
Just because you could.
Pretty much. I have a bunch of free games I have yet to touch because they were just free. Can't beat it.
I don't blame you.
Plus one for PC. All right. I think I'm going to win this one. Lion King, Sega Edition, or the Witcher series. And if you need me to pick a Witcher game, I will say 3.
I've never played the Witcher games.
You haven't watched the show either, because you're a simple mind fool. You don't know how to keep track of timelines.
It didn't seem like something I would enjoy, but I will give it a shot. I already said. I think I said a few
You
episodes
said
ago
it 3
that I
times,
would. But I also said I would catch up on Last of Us, and I did.
and you did. And then TV bit me in the ass, and I cannot watch the latest fucking episode. Fix your shit, Apple. Fix your shit. I'm gonna say Witcher series. As much as I love Lion King, it caused me a lot of stress and anxiety. Specifically, uh, the elephant graveyard. Fuck you. Fucking piece of shit.
A lot of people couldn't get past the drafts. We had
Drafts were
to roar,
fun, but yeah.
roar at the monkeys and everything like that to get
Yeah.
them to switch. Definitely a
That was
difficult game. One of the tougher ones for Sega, but enjoyable.
Or if you could buy it on PlayStation, Xbox, and
Yeah,
Nintendo now, but
yep, you can now.
it's different. Different back then when you're, not even a teenager and you're just fucking roar.
Mm-hmm.
Roar. No, gotta get closer. Roar, you stupid fucking piece of. Damn it, Simba!
Yes.
Hope score kills you.
But yeah, I will say, if I don't have, I mean, I've never seen Witcher, but I do know it has a good following. I will eventually watch the show, but I guess Lion King can die.
Where did it progress? And for those of you who are like, why do you keep mentioning it? Because that's what Rogel said early on. Now I'm going to use it against him every time.
That's different. That's different. That was a one and done for that one. It's a
So
Disney
was Lion King.
game. It's a Disney game.
Legendary Dragoons could have been fucking amazing. Had stupid shitheads. Fucked them over.
Well, I mean,
But
did you
back,
want a continuation of that game?
yes.
Of Lion King, not
Oh no,
because you couldn't even beat the first one. So
I
why would you
beat the
want a
first one.
continuation? You're a fucking liar.
I beat the first one. I got my dad to help me. The first one.
And Daddy, please.
No, it was more of me getting really frustrating and screaming, yelling at the TV, being told stop playing it, being told to put it down, and then finally saying, just beat it for me. Done. If you can beat it, I'll stop playing it this week. I had to take like a week off because my dad beat it within like the first try or two. I was like, you know what? Fuck you.
I see why you hate your childhood.
I beat shit. Speaking of another difficult childhood game, we have Aladdin, Sega edition. Cave of Wonders. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck that one too. That was the only one that took me hours to beat and lose a lot of lives. Versus the original Duke Nukem. Ooh, I'm all up.
All right, Aladdin's out. Aladdin's got to die.
Oh man, I could have made an argument for Aladdin.
That's right. I got to say pixelated boobies. And you can pee in the urinal.
You could do so many like that was like one of the first few games I remember being rated like M or adult, whatever, because it was so
You get drunk in it too, couldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
you ripped
That's
the
right.
head off of one of the enemies and you kicked it in a field goal.
Yes.
The language.
Yes.
You got to see naked people. I believe you could interact with them to a degree.
There was a dancer part in it that you could as well, and there was some posters on it.
A lot of posters.
They were very good quality. What
Pretty much 8-bit.
what else? I mean, that a great game, and I don't care what that evolved into or not. Because I know what, yeah, the continue or the remix, those sucked. Anything after the original, in my opinion, were not good at all.
No.
I remember playing I don't know if it was Super Nintendo or they made one. I can't remember who it was, but they made one. It was not good.
There has like anything after the original was just not
It
great.
was no.
They went all out in that first one and just went balls to the wall. Like, we're gonna make this ridiculous. We're not expecting this to stick around, and it's one of the most beloved games. I gotta see boobies.
It was, man. It was great. It's just one of those games. Like I don't think our parents knew what we were playing at the time.
That was one of those games that was in my oldest brother's room, and or maybe one of my brother's rooms, and it was often played at night. And if it wasn't played at night, it was played at my friend's house, where he basically had no rules. His mom and dad didn't care.
Yeah.
It was also the same friend I was allowed to watch rated R movies with. So a lot of stuff over there.
Yeah, and this is one that I don't even think I want a newer version of. I want to just remember it for what it was. I don't want to make a new one.
They've attempted to make a remaster of it, and it did not go over very well.
No, I don't. I don't want it to.
They took out several scenes because it was not right
appropriate?
with the. Well, no, not even that. It's like it was. I mean, yes, nothing that fucking game's appropriate, but they wanted to target the teenage audience, and on top of that, it got a lot of heat for some racist comments, for some sexist remarks, just everything. Again, that game was not designed during an era where anybody
different demographic back in the day,
different
compared to now. I mean, yeah. I mean, you have us as early teenagers compared to the early teenagers now. No, I mean, it's way different.
drastic difference.
Like we're hiding in a corner of the house with a gigantic monitor trying to play this game with speakers barely turned up while you're almost kissing the screen trying to listen and play at the same time.
I don't think we had speakers at that time. I think I was butt up against my monitor so I could hear it. Just be like, shh, can't hear it. Oh fuck. Volume 7%. Okay, I can hear it. Shit. Close.
Hurry up! Put on Wheel of Fortune. We're playing Wheel of Fortune.
I play Spaceball, pinball. It's okay.
Fucking pinball.
Fine.
Oh my gosh, that fucking pinball game.
That was amazing. Don't you
It
say
was.
shit about it.
No, it was great. It was, but like, oh my gosh, just the back of the day games.
I found it on the Windows Store.
Did you really?
On my computer. Love it. Not the same. Still love it though.
No. Mm.
I mean, it's like everything's still the same. It's just there's something nostalgic about the graphics and cheesy animation, and just the way it looked. They enhanced it. It looks really good, but destroyed my nostalgia.
Yeah.
No,
nope. This game can stay where it's at and just live in my head rent free for the rest of my life as I can enjoy it that way.
Duke Nukem's also a game that has a lot of one-liners.
Mm-hmm.
Time to kick gas and chew bubblegum. I'm all out of bubblegum. Like, so many classic lines that I don't think people honestly know where they come from.
Yeah.
And I use several of them in my daily, I mean like at least once a week to just, I say it for shits and giggles, or I'll say it on my stream or whatever. And everyone was like, what? That's not funny. You shut your whore mouth. That's funny.
Shut up.
It was funny in the late 90s, early 2000s. Funny now, 30 years later. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's... Man, yeah, I'm just looking at screenshots of it now, and like the rocket launcher, I remember getting the codes to just have the rocket launcher going around just blowing up the warthogs and everybody like, oh man, it was great. When you found the cheat codes for it.
You also had the cheat codes for what I don't remember it specifically, but it had to do with naked ladies.
Yes. There was that one too. That is correct.
It was a good one.
Yes, the dancer was naked. That's what it was. Yeah, when you got to the stripper, she was naked. That's right. That is, yes. I do remember that now. Oh my gosh. Shit that we did to see boobs.
There was no internet, guys. Chill out.
There was internet, but it was like it was dial-up internet.
I refuse to acknowledge dial-up as internet anymore.
Because that's how we got the codes for it, was off the internet. We had to look it up, but like you had to go into like the back room chat rooms like, hey, what's this? Oh, what's this? And there was, I can't remember what the damn website was that you'd find it on.
I know later years, Cheat Code Central was the hub for cheat codes. Specifically, that's what it was. GTA 3. And now it's just a fucking review site that has let me down.
Only if there was just the 1-800 number like back in the day. Hi, thank you for calling Nintendo Power. How can we enhance your day?
Could you?
Fuck Mario, I can't beat this game. Help me. How do I get to this Zelda? I'm lost in this castle.
But could you imagine having a 1-800 number for Duke Nukem? And having you be that awkward person that's like, hi, I'm in the special room. There's people moving. I'm not sure what's going on. Because you won't know how to describe it without giving everything away. Be like, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to play this game.
How do I see your boobs? Can you tell me the cheat code to see your boobs, please?
My buddy said I could see boobies in this. What's the cheat code?
Excuse me, son. How old are you? That's not important right now. I need to know how to see boobs. It's very important. You tell me this. Can you? Oh wait, quiet. My mom's coming. No, I'm talking to somebody on the phone. Nobody
Talking to
important.
grandma.
She says hi. No, you can't talk to her. She loves me. She doesn't want to talk to you right now.
She says she regrets her son marrying you. Start
He
that
says
vibe really quick.
if you love me, you'll leave me alone.
He says she should have swallowed you. Anyway.
Oh, the nostalgia of Duke Nukem, what it brings up. Swallowing your kids.
Oh my god. And that is also why I am going to know exactly what my kids are playing. Oh my god. Anyways, let's get on to the final. We only have 2 pairs left.
Okay.
We have Spider-Man on the PS4 and PS5 edition, so latest 2. Or Bad Dudes NES.
Hmm. Complete opposite ends of the spectrum on this one.
What? How so?
Oh, from an 8-pixel game to where the fuck it is now on PlayStation. Um, man, Bad News was great. I mean, it was a knockoff of Double Dragon, but definitely enjoyable. But I mean, the way that Spider-Man is done now, everything they're doing with Spider-Man, open world, and
Not
everything, I
easy,
can.
easy using that term.
It's open world.
Listen. Okay, open world means I can travel the world. It's barely open city. I hit a wall and I'm not even out of the city yet. So it is not open world. I fucking hate that terminology being used in games. If it's
More
not
open world than
truly
Bad
open
Dudes.
world. Well, that's beside the point. Beside the point. Open world is like World of Warcraft, where you can truly fucking travel the worlds. Spider-Man is not. Not open. Neither
Okay,
is Breath of the Wild.
free scroll, free roam.
Don't use sandbox because that's not the proper term. Fuck all those terms. I hate them. Anyways,
I will think Bad Dudes can die on this one.
so here's the thing. I know of Bad Dudes. I never played Bad Dudes.
Mm-hmm.
That's not one. Like, I even had to Google it because I need cover art. So I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar. And look at the cover art. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that's one that my brother rented from Blockbuster and returned it the next day. So I remember my mom and dad being very pissed off. They had to drive back into Wichita because you didn't like the game. We paid money for this game. You're gonna play the damn game. They said I could return it and get a different one. Ah, whatever. Because we didn't have it for 12 hours at that point.
No, I mean Bad Dudes was great, but it's some of those like knockoff ones that did fairly decent. Not amazing by any means, but like it was like I said, a Double Dragon knockoff. The gameplay was good, but it did have its downfalls and I think as well. Like the graphic, I mean, granted it was NES, but
Yeah.
it had like I don't know.
32-bit was not a thing yet.
It it had potential, but obviously it wasn't there.
Yeah, it's like Legend of Dragoons. Had a lot of potential.
Maybe.
What? Moving on. So Spider-Man.
Yes.
Yeah. All I gotta say, Spider-Man, God of War is really like the two things that keeps me within the Sony franchise. Even though they're coming to PlayStation very soon, or coming to PC very soon. I don't like to have to wait though to play my games. I want them now. I want to play them right now.
Gimme.
Pretty much. Anyways, the last lineup, you have Ninja Gaiden from NES days and the Devil May Cry series. If you talk about button smasher, Devil May Cry is pure button smashing.
It is.
Granted, it was better if you learned the configuration of your combos and your abilities, but I did not do that. I remember a lot of button smashing. A lot of button smashing.
Yes, that one was a button smasher, but it was enjoyable. Story was good.
All of them were good.
Ninja Gaiden, outside of the sheer fact that it was blindingly bright throughout the entire game, the gameplay was fun. Mm. But now I'm thinking about like, obviously when I made this list, it wasn't like, oh, my favorite games.
I've had
Thinking
this
about
list
it
for 2
now.
months.
Oh, think about it now. Like that game wasn't that good. It was fun, but like it wasn't that good when you compare it to the other one. I mean, it's not like there's no way that this one can come back and win
So
because
here's my
it's also a very buggy. It's a very buggy game as well, if I remember correctly. A very buggy game.
Here's the thing: is when this game came out, Sega had Shinobi,
Mm-hmm.
and that game was far superior. At least for me, I love Shinobi.
Yeah, Shinobi was good.
I did not care for Ninja Gaiden. I like Ninja Gaiden, but if you told me I can play Shinobi on my Sega or play Ninja Gaiden, I would play Shinobi. I would try to get the red ninja, the yellow ninja, the green ninja, or whatever color it was supposed to be. Purple, pink, blue, whatever colors, and they all did something different. That was an amazing game.
Yes.
But it went head to head with Ninja Gaiden. So if you had Shinobi, I would give it to Shinobi purely out of nostalgic.
Yeah.
But you don't.
No, and I don't. And it's like I said, and I'm looking at screenshots of it again, and like I said, it is extremely fucking bright. But also trying to just remember in the game of the wall jumps back and forth and how difficult it was to hit the wall jumps on that when you stuck to it.
Precision buttons. That was precision button at its finest because you had to push on a certain timing. It wasn't just done type thing like you do with like Mario in later games or Zelda in later games. No, you had to time it just right.
Yep. And I didn't go into the whole 2 and 3 either. They didn't get better.
No, the game actually got worse the more they released it.
Yeah, but the new one I didn't play, which I think was on was it PS3 that it came out?
Or that PS4 had an edition of it.
Sure, it was PS3 or 4, one of the two. They tried, but it just didn't. I don't think it took off how it should have. I think they made it overly gory. To try and
Master
get that.
Collection PS4.
That's PS4. Okay.
Yeah. They changed way too much of it. It didn't feel the same.
Mhm.
I also personally love Devil May Cry. Big fan of it on all the games.
It's it was good. That's a good one for sure.
You know what is another game I totally fucking forgot until now? Have you ever played Legacy of Kain?
That sounds familiar on your cover.
Devil May Cry Tactics,
Oh, okay, yeah.
but amazing. Love that one too. That had 3 or 4 games in the series within PlayStation alone. Super fun. Loved it.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I never played it. Did not play that one.
It looks like the games we are keeping are Resident Evil 4, Wii Tennis. He says Ninja Turtles. I don't agree with that. I said Legend of Dragoons, but I will give him Ninja Turtles. Assassin's Creed, Mario Kart, Need for Speed Underground, the original PS2 version. Not the new one, not the remastered one, the original. I want to preface that. Witcher series, Duke Nukem, Spider Man, Devil May Cry. Let us know what you agree or what you think and see if you agree with what we had to say on it. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Unless you want to go through a few more that I have listed. But
Did any Sega game make it?
any Sega game. One second, let me check my side.
So no, Battle Axe didn't make
No.
it. Lion King didn't make it. Aladdin didn't make it.
No, Sega did not make it.
Okay.
But to be fair, the Sega games you chose, are like Golden Axe was probably the only one that actually stood a chance out of all of them, because Jurassic Park, uh, Lion King, and Aladdin all had pivotal moments inside the gameplay that just kind of dead halted it for everyone.
Mhm.
So, yeah. I mean, we can give it to Golden Axe if you want to take away Wii Tennis.
No.
I mean, I can switch up right now. It sounds like
Oh no,
you want
no.
it, so.
I was just curious if any made it.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever. Missing out. You could have had to say a game.
Nope.
But it did. We left off. Like, the more we're going through this, and of course, the more I looked at my giant list of video games that I have for other episodes, the more I could have just really fucked with you on this.
Oh
The
no, I
more
mean
it
there's
got
definitely a
canceled.
lot. There's definitely a lot more great games. There's there's other obviously Nintendo games too that I didn't even throw on there.
There's so many
But there's
Nintendo
some
games we didn't throw on there.
Sega games. Like there's a lot, but
I had Pong on here.
whoa man.
I was like, oh, I'll put it on here because he has to let it go through because this is like an OG game. When I was like, nah. Because it would have went up against had at number 9, so it would have went up against Mario Tennis. You know what it evolved into,
Yeah.
or not Mario Tennis, Wii Tennis.
Wait, tennis. Yeah, true.
Yeah, let us know what you think about the episode. If you want more of it, we got plenty of these. I got like my list actually scrolls down. So I told you before this episode, like 10 to 12 more, 16 more. No, I have like well over 3 dozen tucked away that I did not count. So I got games for days. All right. But other than that, everyone, thank you for tuning in. English is hard. It's a struggle today. But make sure you can check us out on social media this Friday, March 10th. And if you're listening to this after March 10th, go over to YouTube and watch the playback. But March 10th, we have our 1 year celebration and our 50th episode being premiered. So, which I think, is this the 50th? I don't know now. I feel like I just fucked this all up. Nope. 50th is on Tuesday this week.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then maybe Raga will have a whole episode by himself. Says I am out of town next week.
Hmm.
He has to know how to record and
Yeah.
export into just MP3, but we'll see.
Who knows?
Anyways, thanks for tuning in. He's back. We're gonna get after it, y'all. Have a good one. I'll see you, or see you.
We will see you.
Catch you on the next one. Whatever.
Bye,
Come on, Lizzo.
bitch.
Sign us out.